am, right? And yet they're silent until this new movie comes out and suddenly they're given the power to speak through a magic space crystal. So what's going on here? How do we explain that? Well, I can do it in a single word for you. Aliens. It's because the dogs in Paw Patrol aren't dogs, they're aliens. And yeah, for all of you keeping track at home, this is the one where I officially lose my mind. Now, for the sake of completeness, I should probably mention a few exceptions to the only dogs talk rule. First, there are the merpups of Puplantis, puppy fish hybrids who can't talk underwater, but can after they're magically altered into land pups.
What's going on? Hey, I can speak actual topsider words. I'm a land pup.
This makes sense to me, because the merpups presumably evolved from talking land puppies and just lost the ability to speak once underwater since, you know, underwater speech ain't the most effective way to communicate. Also, can we just acknowledge my personal brain rot here? I just said, this makes sense to me in regards to underwater mermaid dogs talking. That is a big self-revelation moment. Secondly, there's Wildcat and the Cat Pack, a group of feline friends introduced in later seasons to help Ryder and the gang in some of the rescues. And again, this is called out as weird to the show's characters because cats in this world do not talk.
What? You can talk?
You can talk? Of course I can talk.
And yet no one bats an eye to the talking puppies. Why? What exactly is going on here? Well, I think it all has to start with that clip from the Mighty movie that I showed off earlier, where we watch as a member of the villain's Kitten Catastrophe crew gains the ability to speak through a space meteor.
Oh my goodness! I can talk! I have so much to say!
The same meteor that gives the Paw Patrol their superpowers as the Mighty Pups also gives other normal animals like cats the ability to talk. That right there seemed like an important detail to me. So, like the good boy that I am, I started to do some digging, and it seemed like someone was willing to throw me a bone. See, cats and dogs are actually very well equipped for full-on speech. They have a lot of the necessary organs required for the job. Vocal cords, vocal tract, even a voice box. This is how you see those cute videos of dogs and cats sounding like they're talking to their owners. What's holding back man's best friend and our feline familiars is actually their brains. They just lack a more sophisticated brain that would allow for speech. For us humans, the parts of the brain that help us to talk would be the Broca's area located in the left hemisphere, which enables speech and articulation, and Wernicke's area located in the posterior superior temporal lobe, which helps you comprehend the written and spoken word. So what is this space rock doing to the cat that also gives it the ability to speak? And how can it also be given pups that are already able to speak other superpowers like flight and super speed? One word, radiation. Now, we've talked about this a lot before, specifically in our magic school bus theory, but there's a lot of radiation out in space, enough so that it can be deadly if you're not prepared for it. Extended time spent in space and the resulting exposure to radiation can cause dramatic changes to an astronaut's behavior, potentially